Right, well, good morning, my friend. Look at that. Good morning, my friends. It is a chilly one today, and I am at East Midlands Airport. And if only I was going on a plane to Tenerife to warmer climates. But unfortunately, I'm not, because today I am at the Radisson Blu Hotel, and I'm here to meet Geoff buys cars because we're going to go and try out the breakfast. Now, I've got a bit of a racetrack day with him later on. I'm going to take my electric car and he's going to take his Volvo, and we're going to race it around Donington track. And he's been staying here for the night, and I thought, do you know what, let's review the breakfast, because I love a full English breakfast. Doesn't everybody? We're going to find out what it's like, mark it out of 10. You guys are going to mark it out of 10 as well. We'll get Geoff to mark it out of 10 as well, and let's see what it's like at the Radisson Blu Hotel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now, without further ado, my friends, going to do this one more time. Let's go. Right, here we are inside Radisson Blu. Geoff buys cars.
Morning.
You know what? My missus keeps saying to me, why do you call him Geoff buys cars?
My name?
I know, it's Geoff buys cars. It's like, why do people call me the MacMaster? Anyway.
I can't call you Lee.
No,
I always refer to you as Lee the MacMaster. My wife's like, I know who you're talking about. I know which Lee. I only know one person called Lee.
Yeah.
I still have to use your full name.
Anyway, we're going to go for breakfast today. Full English breakfast.
Yeah,
Is that what you're going to go for?
Yeah, black pudding.
Oh, no, that's a bit controversial.
Black pudding.
Do you like a bent sausage?
I don't mind a bent sausage. One of them twirly ones that curls all the way
No,
out.
that's Cumberland sausage.
Oh, right, okay.
Now, that's different. That's a different thing altogether, Cumberland. So that's from the Lake District. Cumberland
I'd
sausage.
like to learn more about sausage, because you've got all the different types, haven't you, from the different regions, you know?
Yeah, you have.
You've got your Lincolnshire,
Yeah.
which is a slightly different herb combination to some of the other ones. So
He's a professional at this, aren't you? Hey,
I'm going pro.
You've
Finally bought a GoPro
you've got a GoPro. You've got to strap that to your head.
for today's activities. I'll go around with it on my head. I'm going to film everything I do now.
While you're eating a sausage. We're going to mark it out of 10.
We are going to mark it out of 10.
Excellent. This is new to you. This is new ground.
Getting up this early is new to me, but yes, this is new ground. I'm excited.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I have got to say, you seem to know a thing or two about your sausages.
Well, it's because I'm a pro.
Anyway, let's get in there.
Sausage pro.
Where's this video going? Let's get in there. Beans or no beans?
Always beans, yeah.
Always beans, yeah? I'll tell you
definitely.
what though, Scottish breakfast is good.
Scottish is good. I like a little slice of haggis. I do.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get in there, mark it out of 10, and you guys are going to mark it out of 10 as well. Looks and on price. It's going to be a little bit more costly though. Do you know why? Because I've got to pay for the car park as well.
I know, it's £6, isn't it?
Is it £6?
Yeah.
It's £6. That's mental. The most expensive breakfast.
I couldn't get out yesterday. I popped out yesterday evening, and I got no number plate on the front of my Volvo, so I had to buzz reception to let me out because they couldn't scan my front plate.
That's the way of getting out of it, isn't it? Let's get in there. Right, okay, now I'm going to hand you over to Geoff in a moment. I've got my breakfast here, Jeff's got his, got the HP, got the ketchup. Before we go any further though, just take a closer look, my friends. Right, I'm going to hand you over to Geoff to do his thumbnail, which is the best part, but he's also defined his boundaries there as well. I like that. You get boundaries on there. He's gone for 3 sausages though. He does like his sausages. Anyway, I'll hand you over. It's too early for this. Right, okay, Geoff, so let's have that thumbnail.
Good morning.
Hey, I like your boundaries.
This is my
there.
beautifully presented breakfast. I have laid everything out perfectly ready for the thumbnail because you should take these thumbnails extremely seriously.
Do that though. Quality of the sausage there, Geoff.
It looks alright, it looks herby.
It does look.
Looks like a herby sausage. Yeah. I chose this one especially for you. Look at the shape of that.
That's a very strange. It's a bit odd, that, isn't it?
It's tapered. Not sure about a tapered sausage.
Tapered sausage.
You've gone for fried bread.
Yes. Now then, have you not had fried bread?
No, because
You've gone for a hash
you
brown.
haven't done any research on seed oils.
Oh.
We'll talk about that in another video. Let's do the thumbnail.
Okay. Before you go for cold, you get a bit more of a. Ooh.
That's one of those where some of your subscribers will be like, Geoff knows what he's on about.
Yeah. Can we do it? More of a.
Which one? How do you want it?
Like and then looking up to camera and going.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Can you go?
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Whereas as my 7-year-old always goes, look at that.
Look at that!
Dig in. Got to do mine actually, so get me all in so I can cut myself out. But like that, whoa, whoa, beans, fried bread. Ooh, it should have really tinned tomatoes for a proper fry up, but you know, not pretentious like whole one. Right, okay, so gonna go for which is the black pepper and which is the salt. I'm confused. One with pea on would be the one that's pepper, I guess. A little bit of black pepper on there. There we go. Okay. You are right though. He's very observant there. A herby sausage. We're gonna have the HP, which originally, by the way, was invented by a butcher. Always say this in Nottingham. And you've gone for HP, not ketchup, so we'll get that on there.
Definitely HP.
Definitely HP. Going to put a little bit of HP on my fried bread. You can tell me off camera all about the oils that it's in. Hash brown though, a lot of people say it has no place on a full English.
No, those people are wrong.
Those people are wrong.
I do like a hash brown.
He says they're wrong. Right, comments down below. Let's go in for this sausage. There we go. Not much of a bend on that one, but Geoff is right. That's got a bit of a herby sausage. Welcome to the GoPro Club where it bleeps.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, hey, that's good to be fair. Now then, how much was this? That's the question. Tell you what it was. It was. Got the receipt here. You had breakfast included in your room. £19.95 for the full Radisson breakfast. But I also have to pay for the car park as well. Right.
You bring your doggy bag. You fill it up.
I reckon we should, yeah.
Fill it up on the way out.
Fill it up on the way out and just take it with us. I've got a rogue mushroom. It's gone. Okay, let's go in for the hash brown. Slightly crispy on the outer, not too greasy there. That is good. That is really good. I reckon we should get you to do some breakfast reviews, Geoff. What do you reckon? He's very knowledgeable on the old sausage there.
I know a bit about sausage,
We do.
but it's the filming myself eating bit that I can't get my head around.
Fried bread. I feel the fried bread is doing me some damage now.
I'll explain that to you off camera. Don't think you'll have fried bread again though.
Right, okay. I'm going to go for, actually no, I'm going to cut into the bacon. Bacon looks good quality as well. There we go, good quality bacon on there. All presented nicely. Unusual to have a hotel offering fried bread there, that is really good.
That is true actually. It's not always on the menu, is it? And I suppose you are in it's a more expensive breakfast for you. Because it is effectively a destination, isn't it? Because you wouldn't really come here just for breakfast, you'd be a guest. and we're only guests here today because we're at Donington, so that
Yeah.
makes sense.
He's got it right there. You wouldn't actually come here for breakfast unless you were staying here. Unless, of course, you're like me. Then we've got a destination to go to. This is all good. Got the scrambled egg there as well. I'm losing my stuff. Food seems to be alive today. Right. I'm just going to eat it now. Then come back to you. Got tea as well. Question. I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask Geoff it, but you can answer it in the comment section down below. However, so just wait a minute, I'm turning the camera around. Tea or coffee with breakfast?
Now then, this is a good question. When I first wake up in the morning, I need about 3 cups of tea. From then on, it's coffee until probably mid-morning, and then tea for the rest of the day. Unless I fancy a little coffee in the afternoon as a little pick-me-up. So I sort of have a bit of a system, but it has to be tea first. I can't start the day with coffee. Got to be tea.
I reckon you would be perfect at reviewing food. He's got to do it because his knowledge about sausages, black pudding, and a full English and fried bread is secondary to none. And also the tea and the coffee. Question is though, what tea was it? We don't know what tea it was.
I've got a question.
Oh, hang on a minute. Ask it on camera. 1 second.
Right. You've got bits stuck in your mouth all the time. If you get a lot of negative comments from electrical car people, have you ever had any negative comments on your breakfast videos from veganist people?
Right, that's interesting actually, because it says, have I ever had any negative comments off of vegans? To be honest, I'm going to be honest here, I do have vegans watching the channel, and they actually watch my full English breakfast. They don't eat them, but they're not nasty about it. They've never been really, really nasty like the electric car people, you know, the evangelists.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, and they've also said, maybe try a vegan breakfast sometimes, but they've not said you must try a vegan breakfast. They've said we enjoy watching your videos, so they've been really nice. So what's your verdict on that, Geoff?
Yeah, it's not like the government are going to ban full English breakfasts that are meat-based in 2030, and then all the farmers are pushing back and saying it's 2035. But that's the reality of what's going on in the car thing, isn't it? So when you compare the two like that, it's quite funny when you think about it in that context. Can you imagine somebody trying to ban part of your breakfast in a few years' time, and then having all these people fighting in comments over what you should and shouldn't be having for breakfast? But it's okay in cars. I don't get it.
Right, anyway, I'm going to eat this and then we'll come back to you. I might have a bit of cereal as well, but do you know what? People said, that's just wrong having your cereal after. You should have your cereal first. I don't know. Anyway, we'll eat it and we'll come back to you in a minute. It is really good actually, it's quite nice.
I'll tell him all about cereal off camera as well.
What's wrong with cereal? Oh, crunchy nut cornflakes. Controversial there, by the way, although not with Geoff, because yet again he got it. I said, you see what I did there? Milk first. He went, of course, because then you don't have to stir it. It's always milk first if you've got a teapot. Hand you over to Geoff a minute.
Someone offers to make me a cup of tea, and they put the tea bag in the cup, and then put the milk in, and immediately unfriend. You should immediately unfriend that person, because it just shows that they do not know how to make a cup of tea. It really is quite simple on this one. It's black and white. It's quite milky, but it's black and white on that one. Milk first if it's in a teapot. If not, obviously, tea bag, water, and then milk. Because it doesn't work the other way, does it? It doesn't work. You can't make a proper cup of tea because you're immediately cooling the temperature of the water by having the milk in there with the tea bag. It's just those people they're not right in their head, or they just don't know how to be a human. It's as simple as that. That's it. Nothing more to say on that one.
I tell you what, you would make a fantastic food reviewer. You really would. You know your stuff. Right, I'm going to crack on. He's got to do a food review. It's just a bit of eating on camera that he's got an issue with, but just don't do that. Just comment on it after. Got to do it. The man's legendary. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, Geoff Buys Cars.
Have you not got a cafe yet that has sponsored you to do? I want to be able to walk into a cafe and order a MacMaster. You walk in and you go, do you want the regular breakfast, do you want the large breakfast, or do you want a MacMaster?
A MacMaster breakfast. Do you know what? I think there is one actually in Tenerife.
Is that?
At Lily's English Tea Terrace, yeah. Anyway, we'll see you guys in a minute. It's going cold. It's going cold. I've got to eat it. Right, so I've got the toast. Now then, I've got to tell you, I'm going to give him an extra point here because it's not one of them toasters where it goes around like that and you have to wait to see whose fingerprint it is in the bread, who's put it in. It's a proper toaster where you pop it down and you wait for it to pop up. However, that's not what I'm talking about. I've got jam and marmalade here. So first of all, answers in the comment section down below. Jam or marmalade? I'm going to ask Geoff now actually and turn the camera around. So jam or marmalade, Geoff?
Actually, marmalade. I find jam a little too sweet, so I'll probably go marmalade. Marmalade? Marmalade. Whilst we're on the subject of toasters, quick one that's funny. Did you hear the one, true story, about the guy in, I think it was Denmark, who decided to use a toaster to warm up the battery on his electrical car in the morning, put the toaster underneath the car. I guess he must have clicked it down, because it wasn't one of those ones that go around. It was a clicky down. When he clicked the toaster down, huge fire. Burnt everything down. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that one. Why would you do that though? It's
bizarre, isn't it? It's
bizarre. But I tell you what though, it should be a food review. Right, I'm going to hold two things up first of all, and I'm going to ask, I'm going to go for the first one. I'm just going to say controversial or not. See, I know Geoff. I've only known him, what, about 6 months or something? About 6 months. But I'm beginning to know him. So I'm going to hold it up first, and I'm going to say controversial, yes or no. Wait for the camera to turn around. Ready? So first of all, Flora. Controversial, yes or no? I can see him out the corner of my eye.
Can I have a look at the packet?
Yes.
Does it say any ingredients on it? No, it doesn't. But it does show a picture of a sunflower. Now that tells me that that is an oil that is derived from sunflower seeds. In order to get oil from sunflower seeds, you need to process it at extremely high temperatures. It is very, very, very heavily processed. So, if the next question is going to be, should we be eating butter? The answer is yes. My take on food generally, and I know I'm not perfect and I don't eat perfect things all the time, but really I'd like it to be grass-fed and organic, but my wife does all the shopping in our house. But the way I look at it is, if you are eating a food that humans have eaten for generations, then you're probably all right eating it. If it has only joined our food chain in sort of recent years, then you probably want to avoid it as best as you can. I appreciate that's not always easy, but we, as a family, have been on a bit of a journey with food and nutrition for the last sort of 3-4 years. We've done the vegan thing, we did that. Now we're predominantly carnivore with a little bit of alcoholism as well. But I try to work on it as best as I can, and I think you can only do your best. But Flora, straight out the window, mate.
Lurpak every day.
Lurpak's not real food either.
Is it not?
No, Lurpak's the same.
Really?
Yeah.
It's butter, isn't it?
No, Lurpak is just posh margarine, and all margarines are get rid.
Proper butter.
Proper butter, real butter, as my dad would say. Real butter, real butter.
Nice.
It's the only thing we do everything with butter. So if we're cooking a steak, we're cooking in butter. If we're cooking anything, it's all cooked in butter or ghee. Ghee is I don't know what the word is. It's not refined butter. That's not the right word. But you're essentially still cooking in butter and animal-derived fats.
You really should be a food reviewer. Right, next. This is a different food review, isn't it, for a breakfast? Controversial or not? and I can see him out the corner of my eye again. We're going to have a 3-minute conversation here. We're going to pass that over to Geoff.
Ingredients. Sugar, well, for starters, I hope that that is actual normal sugar and not some sort of sugar-like substance that the food industry brings in because it's cheaper than actual sugar. But I think in the UK, it does have actual sugar in it. However, the second ingredient on it is palm oil, because essentially we know that chocolate is not spreadable, chocolate is soluble. So, that's the wrong word, chocolate is solid. So you can't spread chocolate. So how are they going to make it gloopy so you can spread it? Well, they add lots of palm oil. Well, what's palm oil good for? Mostly destroying orangutans. So what's going on in the habitats where you have these orangutans in the jungle? They're going in, they're wiping out all the trees and all the orangutans, and they're planting palm because the West's desire for palm oil is so ridiculously insatiable. Many brands are starting to say that we are palm oil free. Nutella is not one of them. So we're only 2 ingredients in. Then you've got 13% hazelnuts. I'm all right with that, but my wife would lecture you about nuts and whether or not they're good for you. Skimmed milk, and then if you want to go onto my channel, you could really get into the milk debate, because there's a debate between raw milk and pasteurized milk, and there's a story about Louis Pasteur who came up with pasteurizing milk. Oh yeah, Louis Pasteur, yeah. It's a whole other story, but if you can, you want raw milk direct from a farm, but it does have to legally be sold with a health warning on it. But again, people have been drinking raw milk direct from the cow without pasteurizing it forever, and when you start drinking it, you get the best cup of coffee of your life. So then you've got, so that's skim milk powder. Then you've got fat-reduced cocoa, the war on fat. We know all about the war on fat. Really, what we should have done is started with the war on sugar, because it's sugar that causes all the cancers, not fat. Fat is not bad for you at all. Emulsifiers, lecithins, soya. Soya is a whole nother video in and of itself. Vanillin, which I guess is some sort of flavouring, and then it says free from artificial colours and preservatives. So my professional conclusion on Nutella is not food.
Definitely should be a food reviewer. Anyway.
I'm looking forward to reading the comments on this video.
Anyway, you make your own mind up. Just to cover all the rules and everything. It's just our opinion, that's all. Anyway, I'm going to put my butter on here. I've got my marmalade, I've got my jam, and I've got my cup of tea, which isn't Yorkshire, which is more controversial. But it's warm and it's wet, and that's what you want in the morning, and that is controversial. It's a family channel. See you guys in a minute. Now then, I've actually cut my toast into a triangle there. And there are different ways of doing it. You can cut it like this, straight down the middle, triangular, or you can cut it, if you're an EV driver or a Tesla driver, you'd cut it into little triangles like that. Be dainty. And that's how they would do it. And they'd also cut the crusts off as well. Or you'd get the mum to cut the crusts off. But there we go. Absolutely gorgeous. I love marmalade, but I've got a little bit of both. I like to swing both ways with the marmalade and the jam there. Anyway, see you guys. It's gone for a coffee as well, after a tea. That is controversial. Right, well, I'll tell you what, it's been an absolutely fantastic breakfast. We'll mark it out of 10 in a minute. I'm not going to go for any cereal, because I'm full, and should have the cereal first. Good selection of cereals though, also shredded wheat. And who remembers the adverts from years ago? Can you eat 3 shredded wheat with Ian Botham? I won't ask Geoff that, because I'm not sure how old you would have been then. How old were you in 1983?
-3.
-3, so yeah.
Which is actually the temperature outside right now.
It is the temperature outside. Well, in fact, we'll see you guys outside in a minute. Latte now. Bye-bye. Right, now you're de-iced.
I am de-iced.
De-iced.
Yeah.
I've got to say, £10 for the car park. How much? So, I mean, what was it, 20 odd quid for the...
That's a 30 quid breakfast,
That's
then, isn't
a
it?
30 quid breakfast, the most expensive breakfast.
In the world!
10 quid, 19.95, so 29.95. It was nice though.
It was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I am going to say 10 quid for parking, I reckon you had to pay as well.
6 quid for guests. Not good.
No, if you're staying here, you're going to park your car, aren't you? And if you're having breakfast, that's taking the proverbial, that isn't
I
it?
think it is. That's not on, that's not.
No. Breakfast though, very nice, very good, good selection. Sausages, herby.
I enjoyed my sausage.
You did?
I did. It was a good sausage.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
sausage. All in all, I'm gonna deduct a point for the parking. Radisson Blu. Shame on you, Radisson Blu. Hey,
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I did there.
He's getting good at this, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's getting good at this.
Right, we got to go to a track day. I'm going to give it an all round. I'm going to go 8.5. There we go.
I'm going to agree. It wasn't a 9.
No, it wasn't.
A 9. And like you say, it loses a point for the parking, so it's a solid 8.5.
And I like your hat, by the way. Is there a?
No, it's broken. Look,
It's broken at the
Broken
top.
hat.
Yeah, it's good.
can't find any of my hats. I've got too many cars, and I jump in a car and I leave a hat in it, and then I jump in another car and I've left that hat, and I've got sunglasses over there and a pair of shorts there and a pair of shoes there. It's just chaotic.
We're going driving. He's defrosting his car. That's a good score. Radisson Blu, shame on you. I like that. To do that one. You say it.
Radisson Blu, shame on you.
Yes! And on that bombshell, subscribe to this guy. It's Geoff Buys Cars. Great channel. And I reckon by the time this video comes out, you'll be at 100,000.
Oh yeah, 100,000 subscribers. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
high five.
My kids are
Boom.
looking forward to that.
Hey.
We're going racing now,
Yeah,
but we're not racing.
we're not racing.
And we're going to see who's got the fastest time, but we're also not timing it.
We're not timing
No.
it. Not at all. Not timing it. Even though my car's got a track timer in it.
We will not be using those or racing today.
We're not racing or using the professional track timer that's in it.
No, absolutely
Can't
not.
use that.
Not
Anyway,
happening.
on that bombshell, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.